What would you do if the person laughing at you in public didn't know you could shut down their entire world with one phone call? Picture this. JFK Airport, Terminal 8. The kind of morning where everything feels expensive. Polished marble floors. Glass walls stretching toward Manhattan's skyline. Travelers in tailored suits. Designer luggage. The hum of privilege everywhere you turn. And right there, in the middle of it all, a man stands completely still. Not checking his phone. Not rushing. Just watching. His name is Andre Jefferson. 42 years old. Charcoal suit that fits like it was made for him. A leather briefcase at his side. To everyone passing by, he looks like just another businessman. But he's not. He's the CEO of Stratos Air, one of the fastest-growing private airlines in America. And today, someone is about to make the biggest mistake of their life. Hi, friend. Before we continue the story, kindly tell us where are you watching from? And hit that subscribe button now for you to get more. And I have something new for you tomorrow. Stay tuned. Thanks, let's continue. Andre moves toward gate 47. His flight, SA-112. First class. He reserved his seat weeks ago. Seat 2A. Window. He always picks window seats. Not for the view. For the control. He likes knowing exactly where he is. The boarding area is packed. Executives scrolling through emails. A couple sipping champagne. A few celebrities hiding behind sunglasses. Everyone here has money. Everyone here has status. Or at least they think they do. Andre scans the room. Then he sees her. Blonde hair pulled back tight. Designer blazer. Heels that click like a warning. She's laughing. Loud. Confident. The kind of confidence that comes from never being told no. Her name is Blake Carrington. Early 30s. Married to a hedge fund manager. The kind of woman who thinks first class is her birthright. She walks straight to seat 2A, Andre's seat, and sits down. Andre doesn't move. Not yet. He watches. A flight attendant approaches Blake. Young. Nervous. She glances at her tablet. Then back at Blake. Excuse me, ma'am, the attendant says softly. I think there's been a mistake. This seat is already assigned. Blake doesn't even look up. She's on her phone. Texting. Smiling. No mistake, she says. I fly first class all the time. This is my seat. The attendant hesitates. She looks around. Passengers are watching now. Some pretending not to. Others leaning in. The attendant tries again. Ma'am, the system shows. Blake cuts her off. The system is wrong. Trust me. I know my seat. Her voice is sharp. Final. The attendant nods. Backs away. And that's when Andre steps forward. He doesn't say anything. Not at first. He just stands there. Right next to Blake. Close enough that she has to acknowledge him. She looks up. Her eyes scan him. Up and down. Fast. Dismissive. Can I help you? She asks. Her tone is ice. Andre's voice is calm. Steady. That's my seat. Blake blinks. Then laughs. Actually laughs. I'm sorry, what? Seat 2A, Andre says. It's mine. I reserved it. Blake leans back. Crosses her legs. Well, I'm sitting in it now. So I guess it's mine. The air shifts. Passengers are fully paying attention now. Some have stopped scrolling. Stopped talking. They're watching. Waiting. The flight attendant returns. Another one with her this time. Older. More experienced. Sir, the older attendant says. Perhaps we can find you another seat. First class has a few options. No, Andre says. Not loud. Not angry. Just firm. I don't want another seat. I want my seat. Blake rolls her eyes. Oh, come on. Don't make this a thing. It's just a seat. Andre looks at her. Really looks at her. And for the first time, Blake's smile falters. Just a little. It's not just a seat, Andre says quietly. It's respect. The word hangs in the air. Respect. Passengers shift in their seats. Some nod. Others look uncomfortable. Blake's face hardens. Respect? Are you serious? I paid for this ticket just like you did. Maybe more. Andre doesn't blink. Then you'll understand when I say this seat is mine. Blake stands. Not to move. To challenge. She's taller in her heels. She looks down at him. And who exactly are you to tell me what to do? Andre doesn't answer. He pulls out his phone, unlocks it, and makes a call. Blake watches. Confused. Annoyed. Who are you calling? She demands. Andre doesn't look at her. He speaks into the phone. Calm. Clear. Ground all SA-112 departures. Immediately. But what Blake doesn't know yet is that the man she just dismissed doesn't just fly Stratos Air. He owns it. The phone call lasts 8 seconds. Andre's voice never rises. Never wavers. Ground all SA-112 departures. Immediately. Flag passenger manifest. Run aboard compliance check. I'll explain later. Then he hangs up. Blake is staring at him. Half amused. Half annoyed. Who were you talking to? She asks. Your supervisor? Andre slips his phone back into his pocket. Says nothing. The flight attendants exchange glances. Nervous. Uncertain. The older one steps forward. Sir, I really think we can resolve this without. It's already being resolved, Andre says. His tone is even. Almost bored. Blake laughs again. But this time it sounds forced. Oh, this is ridiculous. You're going to call someone? What, complain? Good luck with that. I fly this airline every month. My husband is a major investor. Trust me, you're not getting this seat back. The word investor hangs in the air. Andre's jaw tightens. Just slightly. But he doesn't respond. Not yet. Around them, passengers are watching openly now. A man in a gray suit leans toward his colleague. Whispers something. A woman 2 rows back pulls out her phone. Starts recording. The tension is thick. Uncomfortable. The kind that makes people want to look away but can't. Blake sits back down. Settles in. Like she's won. She even pulls out her iPad. Opens a magazine app. Makes herself comfortable. The flight attendant looks at Andre. Apologetic. Sir, if you'll just give us a moment. Take your time, Andre says. He's still standing. Still calm. But something in his posture has shifted. He's not waiting anymore. He's watching. 2 more flight attendants approach. Then a gate agent. They huddle near the desk. Whispering. Glancing back at Andre. At Blake. The passengers are buzzing now. Low murmurs. What's going on? Is there a problem? Why aren't we boarding? Blake notices. She looks around. Sees the crowd watching. And for the first time, her confidence cracks. Just a little. She turns to Andre. Seriously, who do you think you are? Andre finally looks at her. Really looks at her. Someone who doesn't appreciate being disrespected. Blake scoffs. Disrespected? Oh, please. You're making this about race, aren't you? That's what this is. You people always do this. The words land like a slap. The entire gate area goes silent. The woman recording zooms in. The man in the gray suit shakes his head. A teenage girl near the window gasps. Andre doesn't flinch. Doesn't react. He just stares at Blake. And in that moment, she realizes she said something she can't take back. The older flight attendant steps between them. Ma'am, I need you to lower your voice. Lower my voice? Blake snaps. He's the one causing a scene. I'm just sitting in my seat. It's not your seat, Andre says. His voice is quiet, but it cuts through everything. Blake stands again. Faces him. Prove it. Andre pulls out his phone again. Opens an app. Turns the screen toward her. It's his boarding pass. Digital. Clear. Seat 2A. Reserved. Paid for. Confirmed. Blake stares at it. Her face goes pale. Then red. Then pale again. That's a mistake, she stammers. The system must have double-booked. It didn't, Andre says. He locks his phone. Puts it away. You took my seat. And now you're refusing to move. Blake looks around. For support. For validation. But the passengers aren't on her side. Some are shaking their heads. Others look disgusted. One woman mutters, entitled. Blake's eyes narrow. Fine. Fine. I'll move. Happy. She grabs her purse. Her iPad. Storms toward the aisle. But then she stops. Turns back. But don't think this is over. My husband is going to hear about this. And trust me, you'll regret making a scene. Andre doesn't respond. He just watches her go. The flight attendants exhale. Relieved. The gate agent announces, boarding will resume shortly. Thank you for your patience. Passengers start settling back into their routines. Scrolling. Talking. Relaxing. But Andre doesn't sit down. Not yet. He's still standing. Still watching the gate. Because he knows something they don't. The call he made? It didn't just flag Blake's seat. It grounded every single Stratos Air flight scheduled to depart from JFK in the next hour. And the ripple effect is just beginning. Blake doesn't know it yet. But in exactly 4 minutes, her entire world is about to flip upside down. Blake storms down the aisle. Heels clicking. Face flushed. She throws her bag into an empty seat 3 rows back. Plops down. Arms crossed. Glaring at the back of Andre's head. The flight attendants move quickly now. Trying to restore order. Smiling at passengers. Checking tickets. Pretending everything is fine. But it's not fine. Because 2 minutes after Andre made that call, every screen at gate 47 flickers. Passengers glance up. The departure board blinks, then goes blank, then refreshes. And where it used to say boarding now, it now says delayed. No explanation. No estimated time. Just delayed. A collective groan ripples through the crowd. What now? Someone mutters. Are you kidding me? Another passenger says. Blake doesn't notice. She's too busy texting her husband. Furious fingers flying across her screen. The gate agent picks up the phone. Listens. Her face changes. Confusion. Then alarm. She hangs up. Picks it up again. Dials. Waits. Hangs up. She looks at her colleague. Whispers something. The other agent's eyes widen. They both turn. Look at Andre. He's sitting now. Seat 2A. Window. Right where he belongs. Calm. Unbothered. Reading something on his phone. The older flight attendant approaches him. Cautious. Sir, excuse me, sir. Andre looks up. Yes. She hesitates. There's been a situation. With the flight. We're experiencing a delay. I see, Andre says. Neutral. She bites her lip. Do you happen to know why? Andre's expression doesn't change. I might. The attendant's face pales. She nods. Steps back. And that's when the announcement comes. Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the inconvenience. Flight SA-112 has been temporarily delayed due to an operational issue. We'll provide updates as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. Passengers erupt. Operational issue? What does that even mean? I have a meeting in Boston. This is unacceptable. Blake looks up from her phone. Frowning. She stands. Walks to the desk. Excuse me. How long is this delay? The gate agent forces a smile. We're not sure yet, ma'am. Not sure? What kind of airline is this? Blake snaps. The agent doesn't answer. She's staring at her computer screen. Her hands are shaking. Blake leans over the counter. Tries to see. What's going on? The agent quickly tilts the screen away. Ma'am, please step back. Don't tell me to step back. I paid for a first-class ticket. I deserve to know what's happening. Andre stands. Walks over. Slowly. Deliberately. Blake sees him coming. Her jaw tightens. Oh, great. Here we go. Andre stops a few feet away. Doesn't look at her. Looks at the gate agent. Is there a problem? The agent swallows hard. Sir, I need to verify something. Can you please wait here? She disappears into the jet bridge. Andre nods. Waits. Blake is staring at him now. Suspicious. What did you do? Andre doesn't answer. I'm serious. What did you do? Blake's voice is rising. Passengers are watching again. Andre finally looks at her. I made a phone call. A phone call? To who? To the people who run this airline. Blake laughs. But it's shaky. Nervous. Run this airline? You? Please. You think one complaint is going to... She stops. Because the gate agent is back. And she's not alone. A man in a dark suit steps out of the jet bridge. Tall. Mid-50s. Graying hair. He's holding a tablet. His face is serious. He walks straight to Andre. Mr. Jefferson. Blake's eyes widen. Mr. Jefferson? The man extends his hand. I'm Robert Delgado, Operations Manager for Stratosair's Northeast Division. I got your call. Andre shakes his hand. Good. What's the status? Robert glances at Blake, then back at Andre. All SA-112 flights are grounded. Per your instruction, we're running the compliance audit now. The words hit like a bomb. All SA-112 flights. Grounded. Blake's mouth falls open. Wait. What? Robert doesn't look at her. He's focused on Andre. We've flagged the passenger manifest. Board oversight is reviewing the situation. Should have answers within 10 minutes. Andre nods. Thank you, Robert. Robert leaves. The gate area is dead silent. Every single person is staring. At Andre. At Blake. At the empty space where Robert just stood. Blake takes a step back. Her face is white. You grounded the flight? Andre doesn't answer. You can't do that. You can't just ground a flight because you didn't get your seat. Andre turns to her. Calm. Cold. I can. And I did. Blake's hands are shaking. Who are you? Andre tilts his head. I'm the man whose seat you stole. And the man who owns the airline you're trying to fly on. The words hang in the air like a death sentence. Blake stumbles backward. Grabs the counter for support. You own. Stratosair. Andre finishes. Majority shareholder. CEO. Founder. Blake's legs nearly give out. Around them, passengers are pulling out their phones. Recording. Texting. Posting. This is going viral in real time. But the story isn't over. Because what Blake doesn't know is that her husband's hedge fund, The one she just bragged about? It holds a significant stake in Stratosair. And in exactly 6 minutes, he's going to get a call from his firm's managing partners, asking him why his wife just humiliated the CEO of their biggest aviation investment. Blake is frozen, staring at Andre like he's a ghost. Her mouth opens, closes, opens again. No words come out. Andre doesn't move, doesn't gloat, just stands there, watching her process the reality she created. Around them, the gate has transformed into a live theater. Passengers are whispering, filming. A man near the window is on a call. Dude, you're not going to believe what I'm seeing right now. This woman just got destroyed. A teenager giggles. An older woman shakes her head. Good for him, she mutters. Blake finally finds her voice. This is insane. You can't just ground an entire flight because of a seat dispute. Andre's expression doesn't change. It's not about the seat. Then what is it about? Blake's voice cracks. Respect, Andre says. Something you clearly don't understand. Blake's face flushes red. She looks around, sees everyone watching, recording, judging. Her confidence is gone, replaced by panic. I didn't know, she stammers. How was I supposed to know who you were? Andre takes a step closer. Not threatening, just present. You weren't supposed to know. You were supposed to respect the seat assignment. Respect the flight attendant who asked you to move. Respect the fact that someone else paid for that seat. But you didn't. Blake's hands are shaking. She grabs her phone, dials, presses it to her ear. Come on, pick up, she whispers. Whoever she's calling doesn't answer. She tries again. Still nothing. Her breathing quickens. The gate agent watches nervously. She picks up the phone, whispers something to someone on the other end. Hangs up, looks at Andre. Sir, the captain is requesting to speak with you. Andre nods. Tell him I'll be there in a moment. The agent hesitates. He's asking if the flight is cleared to proceed. Andre glances at Blake, then back at the agent. Not yet. Blake's eyes widen. Not yet? What does that mean? It means, Andre says slowly, that this flight doesn't move until I'm satisfied that everyone on board understands what respect looks like. Blake's voice rises. You're holding an entire plane hostage because of your ego? Andre's jaw tightens. My ego? You sat in my seat, refused to move, insulted me, played the race card, and now you're calling this about ego? The passengers around them murmur in agreement. Someone claps. Slow, deliberate. Others join in. Blake spins around. Stop it. This isn't a show. But it is. It absolutely is. And she's the villain. Blake turns back to Andre. Desperate now. Look, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said those things. I was frustrated. Can we please just move on? Andre studies her. Silent. Blake's voice drops. Pleading. Please. I'll move. I'll sit wherever you want. Just let the flight go. Andre doesn't answer. Not yet. He's thinking. Calculating. The passengers hold their breath. Then he pulls out his phone. Dials. Robert, it's me. Status update. He listens. Nods. Understood. And the board. Another pause. Good. Proceed with the audit. I want a full report by end of day. He hangs up. Blake is staring at him. What did they say? Andre looks at her. Your husband's firm holds 12% of Stratosair's institutional shares. Did you know that? Blake's face goes white. How do you? I know everything about my investors, Andre says. Including the fact that your husband, Marcus Carrington, is currently in a meeting in Washington, D.C. with the Secretary of Transportation, discussing federal aviation regulations. Blake's knees buckle. She grabs the counter again. You look me up? I didn't have to, Andre says. Your name was flagged the moment you boarded. Stratosair tracks all high-profile passengers, especially those connected to major investors. Blake's breathing is shallow now. Panicked. What are you going to do? Andre crosses his arms. That depends. On what? On whether you understand what you did wrong. Blake blinks. Tears are forming in her eyes now. Real ones. Not manipulative. Just fear. I do. I understand. I was wrong. I shouldn't have taken your seat. I shouldn't have said those things. I'm sorry. The passengers are silent. Watching. Waiting. Andre looks at the gate agent. Clear the flight. The agent's eyes widen. Sir. Clear the flight, Andre repeats. Resume boarding. But I want Ms. Carrington moved to economy. Blake gasps. Economy? You wanted a seat, Andre says. You'll get one. Just not in first class. Blake's face crumbles. You can't do this. I already did. The gate agent nods. Types something into her computer. Yes, sir. Seat 32B is available. Blake looks around. For help. For sympathy. But no one moves. No one speaks. She grabs her bag. Her iPad. Stumbles toward the jet bridge. But before she disappears, she turns back one last time. My husband is going to hear about this. Andre nods. I'm counting on it. Blake vanishes into the plane. The gate area erupts in whispers. Laughter. Applause. Andre doesn't acknowledge it. He walks back to seat 2A. Sits down. Opens his phone. And resumes reading. Like nothing happened. But something did happen. Something big. Because in exactly 3 minutes, Marcus Carrington is going to step out of his meeting in Washington, D.C. and see 47 missed calls. All from his wife. And when he finally calls her back, his entire career is going to change. But that's not even the most shocking part. Because what Andre just did wasn't revenge. It was strategy. And the real move? It's still coming. The jet bridge hums with quiet chaos. Flight attendants move quickly. Passengers board. Some steal glances toward seat 2A where Andre sits. Unbothered. Untouchable. A few whisper. One woman smiles at him. Nods. He nods back. The captain appears at the cockpit door. Mid-50s. Silver hair. Clean uniform. He scans the cabin. His eyes land on Andre. He walks over. Stops beside him. Mr. Jefferson. Andre looks up. Captain Reyes. Captain Reyes lowers his voice. I heard what happened. I'm sorry you were put in that position. Andre's expression softens. Just slightly. Not your fault. Still, it shouldn't have happened. The captain pauses. The flight's cleared. We're ready to push back in 10 minutes. Andre nods. Good. Captain Reyes hesitates. Is there anything else you need? Andre glances toward the back of the plane, where Blake is now sitting. Row 32. Middle seat. Squeezed between a businessman with a laptop and a teenager with headphones. She's staring at the seat in front of her. Face blank. Defeated. No, Andre says. Everything's fine. Captain Reyes nods. Turns to leave. Then stops. For what it's worth, sir, you handled that with more grace than most would have. Andre doesn't respond. The captain walks back to the cockpit. The door closes. The cabin lights dim slightly. Boarding music plays softly. Everything feels normal. But it's not. Because 3 rows behind Andre, a passenger in seat 5C is texting. Fast. Just witnessed the craziest thing on a Stratosair flight. CEO shut down a woman who stole his seat. She's in economy now. This is wild. The text goes to a group chat. 12 people. Within 30 seconds, it's forwarded. Then screenshotted. Then posted. Twitter. Instagram. TikTok. The story spreads like wildfire. Hashtag StratosairCO starts trending in New York. Then Boston. Then Miami. By the time the plane pushes back, the video from the gate has 40,000 views. Blake sits in 32B. Her phone is off. She can't look at it. Can't face what's probably already out there. The businessman next to her glances over. Recognizes her from the commotion. Smirks. Says nothing. But the smirk says everything. Blake closes her eyes. Tries to disappear. But she can't. Because in Washington, D.C., Marcus Carrington finally checks his phone. He's standing outside the conference room. Smiling. Shaking hands with a deputy secretary. His phone buzzes. Once. Twice. 10 times. He frowns. Unlocks it. 47 missed calls. All from Blake. His smile vanishes. He excuses himself. Steps into a hallway. Dials her back. It rings once. Marcus. Blake's voice is small. Broken. What's wrong? Marcus asks. Where are you? I'm on the plane. Okay. So why did you call me 47 times? Blake's voice cracks. I messed up. Marcus's tone sharpens. What do you mean you messed up? I got into an argument. On the flight. An argument? With who? Blake hesitates. With Andre Jefferson. Silence. Dead silence. Marcus's face drains of color. Say that again. Andre Jefferson. The CEO of Stratosair. I didn't know who he was. I took his seat, and you what? Marcus's voice echoes down the hallway. People turn. Stare. He lowers his voice. Hisses into the phone. You took his seat? Are you insane? I didn't know. Blake's voice breaks into a sob. How was I supposed to know? Blake, he's our firm's biggest aviation investment. We have meetings with him next month. What the hell did you do? Blake can't answer. She's crying now. Full tears. The businessman next to her shifts uncomfortably. Puts his headphones on. Marcus is pacing. Tell me exactly what happened. Blake tries. Stumbles through the story. The seat. The argument. The grounding. The move to economy. With every word, Marcus's face gets redder. His jaw tighter. When she finishes, he's silent. Marcus. Blake whispers. Say something. You humiliated him, Marcus finally says. His voice is cold. Flat. In public. In front of passengers. And he grounded the flight. He overreacted. He OWNS the airline, Blake. Marcus snaps. He can do whatever he wants. And now, God, now it's probably all over social media. Blake's stomach drops. It's not. Check Twitter. Blake's hands shake. She turns her phone back on. Opens Twitter. And there it is. Her face. Blurry but recognizable. The headline. Entitled Woman Steals CEO's Seat. Gets moved to economy. For 100,000 views. And climbing. Blake's vision blurs. Oh God. Yeah. Marcus says bitterly. Oh God. Blake's voice is barely a whisper. What do I do? Marcus exhales. Long, slow. Nothing. You do nothing. You sit in that seat. You fly home. And you pray that Andre Jefferson doesn't decide to make this worse. Can he? Blake asks. Make it worse. Marcus laughs. But there's no humor in it. Blake, he's one of the most powerful men in aviation. He has connections in every major city. New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Dallas, Seattle, Miami. He could tank our firm's reputation with one phone call. Blake's hands are shaking so hard, she almost drops her phone. I didn't know. Well, now you do, Marcus says. I have to go. I need to do damage control. Marcus, wait, but he's already hung up. Blake sits there, alone, surrounded by strangers. Her life unraveling at 35,000 feet. And in seat 2A, Andre Jefferson pulls out his tablet, opens his email, and types a message to his executive board. Subject line, Incident Report, JFK Terminal 8. He writes calmly, professionally, detailing the events, the disrespect, the refusal to comply, the inflammatory comments. And then, at the end, he adds one line. Recommend immediate review of all investor relations protocols. Effective immediately. He hits send, leans back, closes his eyes. The plane takes off. Smooth, quiet. And somewhere in the back, Blake Carrington realizes that the worst part of this story isn't what happened at the gate. It's what's about to happen when she lands. Because Andre Jefferson doesn't just own an airline. He owns the narrative. And he's just getting started. The plane levels at cruising altitude, 35,000 feet above America. The cabin is quiet now. Passengers settling in. Some sleep. Some read. Some scroll through their phones. But the tension hasn't disappeared. It's just shifted. Moved from the gate to the cloud of whispers and sideways glances. Andre sits in 2A. Calm. Composed. He's reviewing emails on his tablet. Financial reports. Quarterly projections. A message from his VP of operations. Everything running smoothly. Like clockwork. But his mind isn't on the numbers. It's on the next move. Because what happened at the gate wasn't the end. It was the opening act. And Andre Jefferson doesn't do anything halfway. 3 rows behind him, a woman leans toward her husband. Whispers, "That's him. That's the guy." Her husband glances forward. Sees Andre. "No way. I'm telling you. I recorded the whole thing. It's already got 200,000 views." The husband pulls out his phone. Searches. Finds the video. Watches. His eyes widen. Holy. In row 32, Blake stares at the seat in front of her. She hasn't moved in 20 minutes. Hasn't looked left or right. Just stares. The teenager next to her is watching a movie. Laughing occasionally. Blake flinches every time. The businessman on her other side types aggressively on his laptop. The clicking sounds like judgment. Blake's phone buzzes. She ignores it. Buzzes again. And again. She finally picks it up. Unlocks it. 7 new messages. All from friends. "Blake, is this you? OMG, are you okay? Girl, what happened?" She doesn't respond. Can't. She opens Instagram. Her notifications are flooded. Hundreds of tags. Comments. Messages. Most of them aren't kind. Entitled Karen gets what she deserves. Imagine stealing a CEO's seat and getting dragged. This is what privilege looks like when it crashes. Blake's hands shake. She turns the phone off again. Shoves it into her purse. Closes her eyes. Tries to breathe. Up front, the flight attendant approaches Andre. The older one. The one who tried to mediate earlier. She stops beside his seat. Mr. Jefferson, can I get you anything? Andre looks up. I'm fine. Thank you. She hesitates. I wanted to apologize for what happened at the gate. We should have handled it better. Andre's expression softens. You did your job. It's not your fault. The attendant nods. But she doesn't leave. If I may ask, sir, why didn't you just tell her who you were? Right away. Andre considers the question. Because it shouldn't matter who I am. Respect isn't something you give only when you know someone's title. It's something you give because it's the right thing to do. The attendant smiles. Small. Genuine. That's a good answer. She walks away. Andre returns to his tablet. But his phone buzzes. A text from Robert Delgado, the operations manager. Board meeting moved up. They want a statement by tonight. Media's already calling. Andre types back. Let them call. I'll handle it. He locks his phone. Stares out the window. The clouds stretch endlessly. White. Soft. Peaceful. But below them, the storm is just beginning. In Miami, a news producer scrolls through Twitter. Sees the trending hashtag. Clicks the video. Watches. Then sits up straight. Calls her assignment editor. We need to cover this. Now. In Los Angeles, a talk show host sees the same video. Retweets it. Adds commentary. This is what accountability looks like. More of this, please. In San Francisco, a venture capitalist texts his partners. Did you see this Stratos Air thing? Jefferson's a legend. In Dallas, a corporate trainer saves the video. Plans to use it in her next seminar on workplace respect. The story spreads. Faster than wildfire. Bigger than anyone expected. Because it's not just about a seat. It's about power, respect, justice, and the fact that sometimes the person you underestimate is the person who can change your entire life. Andre knows this. He's seen it before. Lived it. Every boardroom where someone assumed he didn't belong. Every meeting where someone spoke over him. Every contract negotiation where someone thought they could lowball him because of the color of his skin. He learned early. You don't fight those battles with anger. You fight them with strategy, with patience, with precision. The plane descends. 30 minutes to landing. The cabin lights brighten. Passengers stir, stretch, gather their things. Blake finally opens her eyes. She's been crying. Quietly. The teenager next to her notices. Pretends not to. Blake pulls out a compact mirror. Sees her reflection. Mascara smudged. Eyes red. She wipes her face. Tries to fix herself. But some things can't be fixed with makeup. The businessman to her notices. Pretends not to. Blake pulls out a compact mirror. Sees her reflection. Mascara smudged. Eyes red. She wipes her face. Tries to fix herself. But some things can't be fixed with makeup. The businessman next to her closes his laptop. Glances at her. Rough flight. Blake doesn't answer. He shrugs. For what it's worth, you shouldn't have done that. Whatever you did. Blake's jaw tightens. You don't know what you're talking about. The man smirks. I saw the video. Everyone did. Blake's face burns. She turns away. Stares at the window. The plane touches down. Smooth landing. The cabin erupts in the usual sounds. Seatbelts clicking. Overhead bins opening. Phones turning on. Blake waits. Doesn't move. Lets everyone else go first. She doesn't want to face anyone. Doesn't want to walk past Andre. Doesn't want to exist right now. But eventually, the cabin empties. And she has no choice. She stands. Grabs her bag. Walks slowly toward the exit. When she passes row 2, she glances down. Andre is still sitting. On his phone. He doesn't look up. Doesn't acknowledge her. Blake keeps walking. Out of the plane. Into the jet bridge. Into the terminal. And into a life that will never be the same. Because when she checks her phone again, she sees it. A new email. From her husband's firm. Subject line, immediate review required. She opens it. Her stomach drops. Dear Mrs. Carrington, due to recent events involving a senior executive of a key partner firm, we are conducting an internal review of all client-facing personnel and their immediate family members. Please contact HR at your earliest convenience. Blake's knees weaken. She leans against a wall. This isn't just embarrassing anymore. This is career ending. Family ending. Life ending. And all because she thought she was more important than a seat assignment. Meanwhile, Andre walks through the terminal. Unhurried. Unbothered. His phone rings. He answers. This is Andre. Sir, it's Catherine from PR. We've got requests from CNN, Fox, MSNBC, and about 20 other outlets. They all want a statement. Andre stops walking. Thinks. Draft something. Keep it simple. Emphasize respect. Accountability. Make it clear this wasn't about revenge. It was about principle. Understood. Anything else? Yes. Donate $10,000 to a nonprofit focused on workplace dignity. Make sure the media knows. Catherine pauses. That's brilliant. It's necessary, Andre says. He hangs up, continues walking. In New York, the story is already on the evening news. In Boston, radio hosts are debating it. In Seattle, a podcast is recording an emergency episode. The ripple effect Andre created at JFK isn't just a moment. It's a movement. And Blake Carrington is the cautionary tale. But here's the thing. Andre doesn't celebrate, doesn't gloat. Because for him, this was never about winning. It was about teaching, about showing the world that power without humility is dangerous, that respect isn't optional, and that sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one you should fear the most. As Andre steps out of the terminal into the New York evening, his driver is waiting. Black sedan, tinted windows. The driver opens the door. Good evening, Mr. Jefferson. Evening, Terrence. Andre slides into the back seat. The car pulls away. Smooth. Silent. Andre looks out the window. The city glows. Alive. Electric. He smiles. Not because he destroyed someone, but because he stood his ground. And in a world that constantly tries to make people like him smaller, standing your ground is everything. The car disappears into the Manhattan traffic. And somewhere in that same city, Blake Carrington sits alone in a hotel room, staring at her phone, watching her life unravel, one notification at a time. Because respect isn't just about what you say, it's about what you do. And today, the world learned that lesson. The hard way.